The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some are thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another SEC rival, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Rebels offense takes the field to start this game off. It was the farewell game for an Ole Miss great, Jackson Dart, in last season's Egg Bowl, down 14-10 early, but the old Bullies just couldn't hang on to the ball, and turnovers killed them.
Yeah, Mississippi State had 3 turnovers, and when you lose the turnover battle 3-0, you're not going to win very many football games. The Egg Bowl is always fun. Jesse, we've called a bunch of these games. The hatred is real, the rivalry is real, so this will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, oftentimes it's a game that's played before the weekend, like on a Thursday or Friday night, so it really sets the tone. This is the amuse-bouche, you might say, for rivalry weekend. Mississippi State started fast in that game last year, David. 14 points in the first quarter. They just didn't score again. Ole Miss got the win. It wasn't enough to get them in the college football playoff, but I'm expecting fireworks in this one.
The gift to the back. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Here's the pressure. Sweet cut there. There he goes. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. To the ground with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Working that left side now. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. A lot of urgency for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Trying play action. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lee. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoffs.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team. It allowed them to thrive, to win more games, to be more dominant. Palmer reloading a lot of guys in those new spots.
Including a quarterback. No more Jackson Dart. Obviously, he was a huge part of their success. Last several years, really, we always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one. This year, that position's got to play well.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The option look. Quick toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I love that play call defensively because it's 3rd and long. You know that the offense is going to throw it. So why not dial up an exotic? Why not bring a blitz and help your pass rush get home to the QB?
Flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run the counter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
A first down run in the red zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. He'll pull it on the read. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Mississippi State right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Trying to set up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's got it. He's got great speed. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Here's a heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Now the play fake. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the single back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Off the play fake. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off and running. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Haas. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught close to the marker. It's Haas. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll leave it with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it back. And the ball is loose on the return. And they're able to dive on that football and get it back. And that would have been a disaster to cough it up immediately after a score. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Shapen. Got it set up on the outside. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Traore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Under fire. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game, because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Pulls it in. It's Thompson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Makes the grab. It's Thompson. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
PAT unit on the field. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, what a caught! Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Can't get him to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Rebels back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, the running back has it.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll pitch it. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Stribley. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the 1st down.
They'll run play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Unleashes one deep. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Evans. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Traore. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Grabbed over the middle, it's Traore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Line getting set on second down. They're going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I think at this point of the game, down 2 possessions, the passing game, you just have to be a little bit sharper. And they don't look like they're in rhythm. You saw it on that last third down. I think you got to go now if you're on offense on fourth down. The sense of urgency is cranking up, but you need to be more precise in the passing game.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got the quick pass. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first.
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Caught in the backfield, it's Mosley. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lets it fly. Oh, he deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Rebels will punt this one away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Back to pass, it's Chapin. The sure hands, it's Traore. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Thompson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He wants to throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quickly out to the tight end. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw, it's Simmons. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like
he lets it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
Timeout call by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Quarterback extends the play. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Well, I love the play call late in the 4th quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead. If
he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Thompson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to pass. It's Shapen. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And a great way for this defense to finish off this game as time has expired.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
It really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.